Hey. Free as a bird, apparently. You go everywhere you want with whomever. That much freedom could maybe get a felon into trouble. What do you think?
Today we'll be looking at the top 10 movies of 1991. This year gave us some all-time classics, from sci-fi spectacles to heart-pounding thrillers, and even some animated magic. Let's dive right in.
Shit, Rick!
First up, we have Boyz and the Hood, which came out in July 1991. This powerful drama dives into life in South Central LA, exploring issues like gang violence, family, and the struggle to escape the cycle of crime. Directed by John Singleton, it was his debut feature, and at just 24 years old, he became the youngest person ever nominated for a Best Director Oscar. It's an emotional roller coaster, but it's so real and raw that it resonates even today.
Is that Barton Fink? Say whatever the hell you want. The writer is king here at Capitol Pictures.
Next on the list is Barton Fink. This one's a dark comedy about a playwright who heads to Hollywood in the 40s to write for the movies. The Coen brothers mixed satire with suspense in their usual quirky style. The film's about writer's block, the weirdness of Hollywood, and well, things take a strange turn into thriller territory. It won big at Cannes, including the Palme d'Or, and has a cult following.
I'm sitting in the audience. The lights go down. Capitol logo comes up. Come on.
Point Break came out in July 1991 and has since become a cult favorite. Imagine this: Keanu Reeves as an FBI agent, going undercover to catch a gang of surfing bank robbers, led by Patrick Swayze. This is the ultimate adrenaline rush movie. Surfing, skydiving, and one of the coolest foot chases ever filmed. Kathryn Bigelow just nailed the action, and it's still a must-watch if you're into thrilling action scenes.
You know, then it's bon voyage Dino. I mean like permanent. I mean like a bullet in my head, you dig? Does that help you see my problem a little better?
Out of the corner of my eye, I saw a flash of light in the bushes, and then shots rang out.
Coming in at number 7 is Oliver Stone's JFK, which hit theaters in December. It's a conspiracy thriller about the assassination of President John F. Kennedy, focusing on the investigation led by New Orleans District Attorney Jim Garrison, played by Kevin Costner. Stone's film was ambitious, tackling one of the most controversial events in U.S. history. It makes you question everything you thought you knew about the case.
White is black, and black is white.
Straight up and a Coke back, please.
Thelma!
Oh, what? Tell me something. Is this my vacation or isn't it?
Thelma and Louise rolled into theaters in May 1991 and instantly became iconic. Two women, played by Gina Davis and Susan Sarandon, head out on a road trip that takes some seriously unexpected turns. It's a tale of friendship, freedom, and breaking out of societal roles with some unforgettable moments. That car scene, anyone? Ridley Scott's direction and the screenplay by Callie Khouri make this one stand out, and it's still talked about today as a feminist classic.
Where 3 days ago, neither one of us would have ever pulled a stunt like this, but if you was ever to meet my husband, you'd understand why.
All right, we're halfway through the list. Before we jump to number 5, let me know in the comments. What's your favorite 1991 movie? Do you think another film should have made this list? And if you're enjoying this, don't forget to like and subscribe for more content like this.
Danielle, I told you, you can't escape your demons just by leaving home.
I didn't. My parents brought me here.
Of course. Where's sexes?
Back at the house.
Shame. I had hoped we could read aloud from it together.
At number 5, we have Cape Fear, released in November. This is a psychological thriller remake of a 1962 film. Robert De Niro plays a menacing ex-con out for revenge against the lawyer who put him away. De Niro is terrifying in this movie, and the tension throughout is incredible. Scorsese really pushed the limits with this one, creating a film that's dark, gritty, and intense from start to finish.
But with the one true weapon that escapes you, Will. Courage.
In June 1991, Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves swung into theaters. starring Kevin Costner as the legendary outlaw. The movie is filled with adventure, romance, and some great one-liners from Alan Rickman as the Sheriff of Nottingham. And of course, you can't forget Bryan Adams' song, "Everything I Do It For You," which was everywhere that year. It's a fun, big-budget take on the Robin Hood legend.
Here now. Oh, don't do that. Just hold still.
Taking the number 3 spot is Beauty and the Beast, released in November. Disney absolutely knocked it out of the park with this one. It became the first animated film ever to be nominated for Best Picture at the Oscars. The music, the animation, the love story between Belle and the Beast. It's magical from start to finish. This film basically helped bring Disney back into a new golden age.
He's past the others. The last cell. I'll be watching. You'll do fine.
Coming in at number 2 is The Silence of the Lambs, released in February 1991. This psychological thriller introduced us to one of the most chilling villains in film history, Hannibal Lecter, played by Anthony Hopkins. Jodie Foster plays FBI trainee Clarice Starling, who has to get inside the mind of this cannibalistic genius to catch another killer. It swept the Oscars, taking home Best Picture, Best Director, Best Actor, and Best Actress. And it's still considered one of the best thrillers ever made. Before we get to number 1, don't forget to check out my video on the top 10 movies of 1990 after you finish this one. There were some absolute gems that year too, so be sure to give it a watch. And here we are. Number 1 is Terminator 2, Judgment Day, released in July 1991. This movie was a game changer. Arnold Schwarzenegger is back as the Terminator, but this time he's the hero, sent to protect young John Connor. The action scenes, the groundbreaking special effects, and that liquid metal villain, it blew everyone's minds back in the day. James Cameron took everything that worked in the first Terminator and cranked it up to 11. It's still one of the best action movies ever made, hands down. And that's it, the top 10 movies of 1991. Which one is your favorite? Let me know in the comments below.
But I say we are free. And one free man defending his home is more powerful than 10 hired soldiers.